Good afternoon, class. My name is Dr. Araipo, and if you have a hard time pronouncing it, you can say simply Dr. A. I have sent you several emails already regarding the course to give you a chance to explore it before we get started. So here's the home page of Canvas, and I'm going to put this in student mode. So let's quickly look at what we had to explore. The first one, and I'm going to just follow the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4. So number one, watch the welcome message. There was a welcoming message welcoming you to the course. I'm very happy to have you here. Number two was the class philosophy. Let's quickly go over that together. Going back to the homepage of Canvas, the next one is the announcements. You can click on it right here or on the left navigation bar. These are the announcements slash emails. All the announcements are sent to you via email. And so if you miss any of them, you just come back to this page and read it. We had the welcome and orientation, recorded orientation, welcome to your virtual course. And basically it was asking you to explore the course. Going back to the home page, number 4, we want to follow these steps. But before we do that, I want to look at this concept of a Zoom meeting. This one on the left side is where you come and join us for the class. At the bottom of the homepage of Canvas, this is the office hours for every class, for everyone from 7:40 a.m. to 9 a.m. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So don't mix them up. Then we have the syllabus, modules, discussion forums. So let's quickly discover the syllabus. You can again click on it right here or on the left navigation bar, makes no difference. Syllabus. Let me just go back. Did I click on the wrong one? Yeah, syllabus. We have the syllabus and we have the calendar. The calendar gives us the sections that must be covered on a normal basis. For example, we have a mandatory assignment, introduction assignment to MyOpenMath 2 coming up. And then algebra review. The first exam is due in a few weeks. So that's the calendar and gives you the quiz date and so forth. We should be familiar with that. The actual syllabus Uh, First starts with a welcoming message, then the information about the course, including the Zoom meeting. Then we have the topics. The reason I put them in this format because uh, they're becoming very large, the syllabi. And so what I thought, I put them in topics. So for example, if somebody is interested in something such as grading policy, you don't have to go through the whole thing. I want to spend a couple of minutes going over the whole thing pretty fast. So what it covers, the material we covered, which is chapters 1 through 5, course description, course goals, student learning outcomes. We mostly covered it during the philosophy discussion. Text and platform, the digital platform that we use. The text is through MyOpenMath and it's free. And the digital platform is called MyOpenMath. And I'm going to refer to it as MOM for short from now on. And that is also free. Here's the class calendar giving you the date of each exam. Now, I've set up each exam to be taken by Saturday. And by the way, that's the due date. About a week in advance, you get the information, including the passport. Every exam is passport protected. And you can take it anytime you want before the due date. However, the final exam, which is comprehensive, has a specific due date based on what has been set up by campus. And that is not on Saturday. You don't want to mix them up. So, or each class is different, of course. There is no proctorio. I'm assuming we are all adults. We are here to learn and nobody needs a proctorio. You take the exam at your convenience. That's why you're given all the way to Saturday, so you feel relaxed and you do a good job on that. Except, as I said, the final, which is set up by the campus. Calculators. You can use a scientific calculator for the exam, not a graphing calculator. However, I put a bunch of free online resources here for you, free online calculators, okay? Because I believe everything should be free for their students. We have the tech support, Canvas support, math tutorial center, and then we have the grading policy. We have 4 exams. Each one is worth 100 points. Homework, 200 points. Homework, you can do it as many times as you want. I keep the best score. And as long as it's done before the due date. Quiz, 100 points, you have 3 attempts. Final is comprehensive, 300 points. And that's a point system. It gives you a total of 1,000 points. Now, your final, okay, if it's good, we can drop the lowest grade. So your lowest grade before the final, by that we mean the lowest exam grade, will be dropped as long as we have the following situation. The final is good. That means B 80% or better. Homework, 95% or better. Quiz, 90% or better. And this action will result in a higher letter grade. And by the way, if anybody wants to ask, it's very easy to get 95% on the homework because all you have to do, redo whatever you made a mistake, and we keep the best score. So this adds up to 1,000 points, and it's a point system. 90% or above is an A, that means 900 points or more. 80%, that means 800 points to 899 is a B, and so on and so forth. So it's easy to know what your grade is at any given time. There is no makeup policy because you have really the whole week to take the exam, but if something comes up, you can let me know in advance, or if anything else happens with the proper documentation, you may be given a makeup test. Course late work, there's a 10% penalty. I don't suggest you do that. You use the late pass because normally students who do it have a difficult time finishing up the course. CSULB 36 indicates that we need to spend 3 hours per unit. Therefore, for this course, we need to spend 9 hours, everybody. 3 times 3 outside the class to be successful. And then I have more stuff, dropping policy, disability, and so forth. I have all the information that you need. Okay. I know not everybody is interested, not everybody needs it, but please take a look at everything that is available to you. Okay. And if you need it, by all means. Summary steps to success. You want to read your notes, study your lecture PowerPoints, create formula sheets, do the exams, homework, quiz, and you'll be fine. And again, as always, the office hours are posted here in the syllabus as well as the bottom of the home page of Canvas. So I'm going to go back to the home page. And then what we have is the modules. So we have, if you click on the module link here or here, then we have the practice test, the PowerPoint solution to the practice test. You can find the homework there, quiz there, exam there. But what is the discussion forum? Let's quickly show you right here or here. We have a couple of discussion forums. The first one is a student bio. I put mine as an example. And if you put yours, your fellow students get to know you. That'd be wonderful if you do that. And another one is called frequently asked questions because students in the past had some questions. I put them here and I hope you check this out before you send any email regarding any questions. For example, do I need a course ID for my open math? The answer is no, and so on and so forth. And uh, the last one is interesting, where to find the exam password. As I mentioned, it will be emailed to you, but in case you miss it, just go to the announcements and with the same topic for exam 1 would be called exam 1, exam 2, exam 3, and so forth. And you have the information, including the password. So that's the discussion for it. Going back to the home page, everything else can be found under modules. So let's click on modules and let's see what we find first. First and foremost, at the very top, right here is access to my open math. You have to register. So I'm going to come back to this and I want to show you how to do that and how to do your homework. So we're going to leave this for the last. What comes next? Recorded lectures, exam reviews. These are the YouTube channels that I have. And for example, this one is the latest recordings that we have. If you miss any session for any reason, and you really shouldn't, you can watch the recording. Okay. We have the past recordings, the new recordings will be posted. So for example, right here, notice we have 1.6, we go down to 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, 2.4, 5, 3.1, and right after that, we have the exam review. So we have all the lectures as well as the detailed solution for exam review. Okay. So that's found under the module. So right here. After that, pay attention to the way we've set up exam 1 module, exam 2, 3, 4. Those are the modules we cover. What comes afterwards? First of all, right here where it says final exam review, we have everything that for the final exam we are going to review. Okay. So we don't have to worry about it yet. After that is a graphing calculator. This is again a resource. I'm going to quickly show you and then I'll come back to the module exam 1. So what you have here is the information about graphing calculators, including TI calculator. So here's some online calculators and the resources. So one of the thing I have, and again, I got to tell you, it's not mine, it's online. It may or may not work. If you follow the instruction here, and if it works, you can get this calculator on your computer. You can get an emulator. Sometimes it works, sometimes it fails, okay? But there are other online calculators here, right here, everybody. Okay, so you can check them out. And then we have the commands and so on and so forth. So again, that's a resource that is free for the students. Going back to the modules, we covered just about everything. Now we want to cover exam one module. Now, when I cover exam one module, it's the rest of them are similar, meaning exam two module and so on. So we cover one of them for you. So starting with the top one, what is exam one module? So it starts with the exam review. And why do I start with the exam review? Because I want you to spend about maybe 5 minutes. That's all it takes to read and to see what's coming your way. These are the stuff that are covered in the first exam. And you have a few questions and you do have the key. We will have the detailed solution later. I'll show you again. So you have the key, and the idea is very simple, everybody. All you have to do one question per day, maximum two. That's all. Therefore, on the week of the exam, you're ready to tackle the exam with no problem. You also have the key. What comes next? These are PowerPoint lectures in the form of a PDF. Or PowerPoint. So if you open, for example, the very first section that we cover, you don't have to write anything when we start the lecture. By that, I mean definitions, formulas, everything is given to you, even the examples. So what do you write? The solution to each example, I go over them for you, and you can write them step by step. Everything else is given to you. You don't have to write any definition, formula, examples. You just write detailed solution. All right. And so the first one was the exam review. The next one was the PowerPoints. What is the last one? Now, those exam reviews have a solution step by step. So over here, you get the exam review, and over here, you get detailed solution. And we go over this on the week of exam. So under exam one module, you have the review, you have the PowerPoints, and you have detailed solution to the review. The purpose of the review is for you to work on it to get comfortable with the course. Now, I'm going to go back to the modules again and back to the home page again. And we basically covered everything. So what is left is my open math and your assignments. This is where you find them right here under the modules. The first one says my open math, access your online homework. No need. You click on this. This takes you to a new window. Now, if you have an account, you have a username, you have made up a username password. If you don't have an account, and most students may not, you just create an account. How do you create an account? Put a username. You can use your email address, password, confirm it, your name, so on and so forth. You create an account, everybody. Okay. When you create an account, then you can go to my open math. When you go to my open math, at the very top, you see the introduction to my open math assignment. This is the first one which we are going to do. In a moment, I'll show you how to do that. Then you find algebra review pretest. The purpose of the algebra review is to show you your prior knowledge of mathematics and how much you need to be successful in this course. The next one, you can ignore it for now because we are not going to have exams or quizzes done yet, but under the exams and quizzes, you can find quiz 1, 2, 3, and then exam 1, and it continues with more. So for now, I'm going to minimize it. But the reason I basically put it at top because I don't want anybody to miss that, because I've seen students in the past, where do I find the exams and quizzes? That was the question they asked. So course description. Look at the calendar. I want to explain something about the calendar. Over here, everybody, you see a couple of assignments coming up. That's why they are in red. And quiz 1, 2, 3, and then you have exam 1. And before exam 1, you see a bunch of homework. I want to explain about those homework that are bunched together. Please don't wait until that day to do it. When I finish a section, I remind you to do the homework for them. If you wait until the day before the exam, you're going to be behind. The reason I put it there, because in the past, students were working, they would ask me to reactivate it, and that's why I put them right before each exam. However, quizzes have a different due dates. You want to pay attention to those. You do your homework in time, okay, the day before each exam. All right. Then what do you find? You find module 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, modules 1, 2, 3, 4 are just the same as modules 1, 2, 3, 4 in Canvas. Over there, we have the PowerPoints and the resources. Over here, we have the actual homework, okay? But what is module 0? As the name indicates, resources. For example, here's the text. So if you click on it, it'll take you to the course, to the text, view online, and it has the text. It's mostly a reference text, okay, everybody? It's mostly a reference text. But in any event, going back to this module 0 resources, what else do we find there? Again, we find the calculators here, information about the late pass, how to review any assignments, free online calculators, and some videos explaining how to use it. This is module 0. Chapter review, pre-calculus review. So if you want to brush up, this is not being graded, everybody. If you want to brush up on some topic, maybe trigonometric functions, maybe inverse functions, maybe factoring, I'll put them here. So again, this is called chapter module 0 resources. So in case, I highly recommend you spend a few minutes on that to see if you need any portion of it. But your homework starts with module 1. So when you go to module 1, the first section 1.6, first it gives you some information about the text. So you can click on it and it takes you to the text. Then it gives you some videos. I highly recommend you watch some of them. Besides our lecture, the videos here are truly helpful. If you find them helpful, you want to use them by all means. If you don't want to, that's your choice, but I highly recommend you check them out. Then over here, if you click on this, the homework comes up and you can do the homework. I will show you how the homework thing works in a moment. And when you're done with that, you go to the next one. Over here, you expand the chapter 2. Again, it starts with some videos and then it goes to the homework. Okay. So you continue with the next section and the next section and all the way to the end. And when you're done with module 1 homework, you're fine, you're done. Also, you can click on this and you can bring up the homework if you don't want it. watch the videos, write using the calendar works in the same manner. What is the first assignment? Let me show you. So you start with the first assignment. And the purpose of this is just to teach you how to work with my OpenMath. So the first one says enter this number. The moment I click on this rectangle, it gives me a math editor. So I put this number 10.8067. So I put the number. Then it says put the same number, but do the rounding to 2 decimals. By the way, if they don't ask you, you want to come up with the exact answer. So 10.8. The next one is 0, and next to 0 is 6. It goes up to 1. Okay, everybody knows rounding. Division by 0, it's undefined. They don't have it. We put D and E does not exist. And now I'm done. If I click submit question, I get my points, and it will be registered at the grade for this homework, and I will continue and I get more points. Now, this question, it says convert 1/3 and go with 4 decimals. So let me answer it wrong by purpose 0.2, which is wrong. And I submit the question, it says it's wrong. So this is what I want to make a point of. Okay, I made a mistake, big deal. What do? If I get a similar question, everybody, I happen to give you the same one. Now I'm going to answer it, and it says put 4 or more decimals. I put a bunch of 3s, okay, because it's 0.3 bar. And if I submit the question, now it check marks. Now I got my point. So something comes up, I can't finish it. If I click done, it shows that I've done the first 2 right. The rest of them are unattempted. So anytime I come back before the due date, I can resume. If it's after the due date, it gives me this score, 15.4% for this assignment. So this will be registered automatically. The moment I do more, this will be updated. Okay. So I can exit, come back and do it anytime. So I hope it's clear to everybody. So what I want to do, I want to quickly recap what we did. Here's the home page of Canvas. First, we had a welcome message, class philosophy, the announcements. This Zoom meeting, let me put this in student mode. This Zoom meeting is for the class. The bottom one is for the office hours. We don't want to mix them up. So under the discussion forum, we have the student bio and frequently asked questions. Under the syllabus, we have the syllabus and the calendar. Under the modules, it's wherever we can find everything. Right here is the recorded lectures, the YouTube channel. Right here, we start with the exam 1 module, which has the review, PowerPoint's solution to that. And this is where we start with my OpenMath. We register with my OpenMath. We go here and we quickly look at that, the calendar. Module 0 is a bunch of resources, and we are concerned with module 1. I highly recommend you look at module 0 to see what is available to you. We come back to the top and we do the very first assignment, which is called Introduction to my OpenMath. So this is the way we do the work. I hope everybody is fine with that. I wish everybody best of luck. Okay, everyone, and let me just okay. Well, best of luck and happy studying, everybody.